segment of this news broadcast.
So much to say. But yeah, so now that we have double bombs, we actually get to do some silly setups like this one, where I actually propel myself with a bomb so that I can do a upwards and then a directly leftwards movement.
Full health. And, oh, there's Ridley. How's he doing? Oh.
Goodbye, Ridley.
Yeah, well, like I said, Ridley doesn't last.
Because when I used to play this game casually, when I only played it once casually, this level was a pain. It was super long. It took about 45 minutes for me to do, but now it takes a minute. So we do this by leaning on the door, jump back forwards, and there we go. Wow, that was as clean as I could get it then.
We're gonna do like a super precise jump off of our platform, and also use the trick I explained earlier about shooting at the end of your hover. In order to get the extra height, because you absolutely, oh my god, you got it in 4 tries. This is beautiful. Like even top level runners would pay to have that speed.
This level is one of the hardest levels in Challenge Level Gauntlet, specifically because of one enemy, but also the rope physics are just really hard to get used to. So this is where I'm gonna lock in and focus a little bit.
There is one level that I will talk about whenever we get to it, but we did just find a way to like skip half the level by flying infinitely. King's not gonna do that, but it was a glitch that was discovered like yesterday, so.
I did not know this. This is news to me.
No, it's a glitch that happens with the ramps.
Oh.
If you jump off a ramp at a certain time, then you fly in the air infinitely.
This is literally the first I'm hearing of this.
Don't worry.
Alright, nice. There we go.
Level 119 was very similar to this before, but this kind of echoes it in a number of ways. There was one level where we fell down, and in this version of the level, we climb up while also dodging bullets that we didn't have to dodge before. Here we go again, bullet hell. Absolute madness.
Okay, time is about to come up, and boom, time. There we go. Oh, that's a PB! That's the Apocalypse World 1 PB!
Whoa. That is second place on the boards, Tor Knight. Congratulations.
Oh, hey. So, that equipment, Empress Robe, is, like, second best, I guess? It's close enough. It's not the Eternal Coat. It'll work. We might take 2 damage from most enemies. But is 2 really more than 1 when you think about it?
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Prevent-A-Thon Day 2. It's Friday, and we have a schedule that I'm a little bit biased about because there's a fun little thing partway through the day that I may be involved with. But I just like yesterday, I can't talk about these games alone, so I brought friends with me. Would you like to introduce yourself, Tabby?
I'm Tabiiextacyy. I'm really excited to be part of this. It was a great ride to be a part of this and building the schedule.
All right, and Freddy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Freddy, and I'm very excited to be here today.
Well, I'm excited to have you. It's kind of awesome to have, again, 2 members of Games Committee to talk about the games that they absolutely fell in love with. So, Tabby, we can start the day off with the fact that you gushed immediately about the Stanley Parable. Why are you so excited about the Stanley Parable?
I love the Stanley Parable because I just love like the narration of it. Like the things Stanley says, it's just kind of unhinged at times. I love kind of like narrating games. It's a fun time to listen to it and kind of just go through it. It's not like always just like shoot 'em ups and everything. It's kind of nice to just have a sit back, kind of listen to Stanley talk a little bit.
Right. And then, Freddy, did you have any thoughts on the Stanley Parable?
Oh yeah, I actually ran the any percent category of this game, and a very fun particularity of this game is the routing that you need to do to optimize everything.
Nice. And then, Freddy, you were really excited about a couple of games, including a certain race that we had about halfway through the day.
I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen with the mystery race with Derek and the Toro Knight.
So I can speak a little bit to that because it was my submission. I've hosted the mystery race before. I was one of the racers in the first mystery race we did here. I picked a series of games, and you're going to see an incentive open up at some point today because the mystery race is actually going to be a bid war. And there's a very common theme amongst the games that were selected. And there was also a very specific reason why the two runners on the schedule were chosen. If you look at the games that Derek runs and the games that Toro Knight runs, you might be able to deduce something that lines up amongst those games. But then we there's so many things to do. Speaking of races, we have a racing game, don't we, Tabby?
Yes, we do. We have What the Car. I love this run because it's so silly because you just get to see a car running around and doing things. It's a silly time, and it's exactly what it says. What the car?
I've seen little tiny snippets of the game before. I haven't been able to watch the full run of it yet. And every time I see literally anything about it, I just stare in confusion and awe because it's, what am I watching and why is this? Oh, okay, the car just grew legs. That's normal. It's just thing after thing after thing, and it's just constant excitement with that game. And then we have another big game. In fact, a lot of people early on were asking for it to be Game of the Year. Freddy, you were excited about Blueprints, correct?
Yeah, the Quest Bingo is gonna be an extremely interesting run where we are gonna see the runner doing routing right on the spot with whatever the bingo gives them.
Yeah, I've seen that run before, and it's kind of interesting because if you've played the game, you know that there is a 3 by 15 or 5 by is it 5 by
9 by 5? Yeah, 9 by.
So
5, yeah.
The bingo board isn't your standard 5 by 5 bingo board. Instead, it's the same layout as the game itself, the 5 by 9 board.
Yeah.
And you have to get from one entrance square to the exit square.
Yeah, it's an interesting run that is gonna involve a lot of routing on the spot and a lot of decision making.
And I've played through that game casually. I've seen the objectives on that bingo board, and some of them can get cruel. So it's kind of fun to see. And then we kind of harken back a little bit to the classics at some point as well, because we have a Donkey Kong game, but it's not really Donkey Kong who we're going to be seeing. Do you want to speak about that, Tabby?
Diddy Kong Racing. It's racing with Diddy Kong. It's kind of like with Donkey Kong, but you get to see Diddy racing around and try to race around, try to get through the tracks as fast as you can. I love Diddy Kong Racing because I just love the sound, like the soundtracks for every track. They're all different. They're all great, and it's when you hear it, it's like, oh, that's Diddy Kong Racing, and it's a wild time. It's different than everything I've ever seen with racing games, and I actually really like it.
I grew up with that game, and it's really hard for me to remember soundtracks to games. But yeah, now that you mention it, I can immediately just in my head picture the songs for that game. It is a very memorable set of music.
It is.
And then we have a bit of a weird game to close out later in the evening with Elephant Collection.
Yes, it's a fresh game classic from quite. I think it's a decade old, this series of fresh games, and it's finally on Steam. It came out, I think, recently. I think the last couple of months, and it's great to have it back. And we are gonna see a very fun run from Kingfisher Games.
Yeah, it's I like it because we have a lot of diversity, and even within the things that are kind of sort of in the same family, like racing games, we've got Diddy Kong and we've got What the Car, and then the mystery race, and then even just within these kind of similar concepts, we've just got this really out there variety of things. Like I said, it's going to be a really packed day. I'm super excited for Friday. I'm sure the audience is excited for the games, so why don't we let them move along so that we can get this day started? Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be here all day. We've got plenty of more marathon, and thank you so much, viewers, runners, volunteers, everyone, and thank you so much, Tabby and Freddy, for being here with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Little Warriors is a really special place. It's a place where children, teens, and families come to heal. It's an incredible place to learn and grow professionally, and we come together in a meaningful way that shares in the values and mission of supporting children, youth, and families through trauma treatment.
What I love about working at the Be Brave Ranch is getting to hang out with a lot of amazing kids and teens. It's really great to see kids from the beginning of treatment moving all the way through to the end when they start out, you know, maybe really struggling with a lot of different things and coming out on the other side with lots of growth and resilience.
Especially with the way our program works, having them here for weeks at a time over the course of a year, you can really see them start to develop, and it gives a big sense of purpose for me within this career.
Other programs I've worked in, they might have focused more on managing behaviors or managing things like self-harm and relationship problems without getting to the root cause, which was the trauma that the child went through. And that holistic view of the client is, I think, unique in this program.
For me, Little Warriors is a workplace of choice because I'm aligned with their mission and vision. I really enjoy working with the population here, and I think there's an incredibly supportive, passionate team of people that come together to work with this cause.
I really enjoy being able to come to work and know that when I'm here, I can really trust the people I work with, and I know that we're all skilled in different ways and we have a lot of different qualities and different strengths, and we kind of play on each other's strengths throughout the shift.
In social services, it's so important that we value every member of the team. We go to frontline staff, and they're the ones who work directly with kids and teens, and valuable to collaborate with families. They know their children best.
At Little Warriors, we ensure that we have ongoing trainings and workshops for our staff to be informed of inclusivity, diversity, and the many ways in which we can be culturally supportive for both the staff among us as well as the families and kids that we serve.
One piece that I believe that the Little Warriors offers here is the ability for children and youth to smudge, and that has been so helpful for some that come in here and didn't even have the ability to know what that even is.
It's pretty remarkable. This place is like a magnet for people that are kind, go above and beyond, wear their heart on their sleeve and those kind of things. And it's really an opportunity to get to know really amazing families, amazing staff, amazing people. And I think that it's amazing to work here.